Hi, I'm Bob.
And I'm Paul.
We're here today to talk to you about the SPADE series programmer. This is a handheld EFI Live supported programmer. It plugs in the OBD2 port of the truck. It's going to allow you to read, flash, do data logging, read and clear codes. It also interfaces with a laptop to do live data logging, receive tune updates through email, and to send tunes back and forth as well.
And what we're specifically talking about today, Bob, is the actual King programmer designed for your built transmission customer. We're generally looking at somebody who has a light modification or stock fuel system, so injectors and CP3 pump, along with either a stock turbo or a smaller turbo, none of the big stuff, the S500 frames.
And you do have the built trans, so you at least have a shift kit and a torque converter and some good stock clutches, or you did go the full build with clutches, converter, shift kit, the whole kit and caboodle.
Okay, so really these customers are thinking that they're going to make over 500 horsepower in most applications, right? I mean, a healthy fuel system, a stock turbo, that would put just about anything, an LB7 through an LMM, all the way up to about 530 horse in the race tune.
Yep, absolutely.
Now they will need the supporting mods to support that. What else do you suggest to go along with the King?
I mean, the bare minimum is, like we talked about, having the trans to handle the power, and definitely having a lift pump as well to support the fuel for the CP3. Without a lift pump, a truck's going to be hard pressed to make it much over 500 horse. So you'll definitely need that to support the big tune for sure.
Along with this, they're getting their standard DSP5 tune package. So an optimized stock tune, a heavy tow, a light tow tune, a sport economy, which is your daily driver, and then an all-out race tune that's going to max out pretty much what mods they have on the truck at that point, right?
530 to 550 maxed out on a stock turbo, stock fuel, stock injectors, and a drop-in turbo. You'll be around 600 on a strong fuel system. And then, if you have a pump and small injectors, we can tune the King for that, up until that, the mid-6s or so. If you get into that bigger turbo, twins, like Paul said, racing, sled pulling, the big chargers, twins application, you're going to step up to the ACE programmer for sure.
Now that makes a lot of sense, but it's not just about flashing the tunes that we load on it, which it does come preloaded with your tunes on there, so you don't have to do anything with that. But it also is capable of reading files. When would you use that?
I mean, definitely reading your trans file out for modifications. So if you want to do a trans tune, which we highly recommend, especially on a built trans truck, you can plug this in, go to read, select your trans controller, it'll save it on there, plug it right in the computer, pull it off, email it to us, and we'll download it, modify it, send it back to be flashed back in there and put in the truck. Another great thing is not only reading, but it does data logging. So if you have modifications or you have problems, you need troubleshooting, you want tune changes, you are doing some kind of competition application of racing or sled pulling, you can log those competition runs and send them to us, and then we can look at them.
And I know the work stock sled pullers love that, along with kind of your weekend drag racers, the guys who hit the track but drive the truck daily. They're really going to enjoy being able to data log and showing us that if there is any problem and they need help diagnosing it, this will actually help them do that. And that's, I think, a huge advantage for our end customer.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're very quick on turnaround time for that too. You'll get a lot of tuners that you'll send a data log and you won't hear back from them, or they'll say that's great. I mean, our main concern is helping the customer to win. I mean, to win, that's what it's all about. It's winning. So, I mean, we want to make sure the truck's performing 100% to its potential. If you're not an enthusiast, you might build the trans in your truck, maybe throw a small turbo on it or something and say, man, this thing rips. Well, yeah, you were driving a 400 horsepower truck. Now you're making 520, 530. Well, maybe there's a little more in it for us to look that, hey, you're not keeping up with fuel pressure, you have a mass airflow sensor issue, something like that. So if you notice the truck might be losing power or not really what you thought, we can really look into it.
And I know our over-the-road guys who are towing the campers, the trailers, guys who are working the truck for a living and built the trans because it broke. They're still going to want to go with the King because it's still going to provide those light tow and heavy tow tunes that aren't really all that modified beyond the jack, right? I mean, your heavy tow tune on a built trans is pretty close to your heavy tow tune on a stock trans.
It's going to be about what your light tow tune is on a stock trans. Okay. So you're going to bump up 20, 30 horse in heavy tow, and then that light tow is going to jump up 20, 30 horse as well.
Okay, so it is across the board that they're actually seeing an improvement with all of their tunes. Well, that's pretty huge, I know, for my customers that I've talked to.
Absolutely.
All right, well, I'm Paul.
And I'm Bob.
And we're here with Duramax Tuner.
Thanks for watching.